me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Oh, tear it up like I'm
Hello, folks. Richard Moore, USAGSA. I hope everyone's having a pleasant Good Friday. I've got some, I believe, startling news and report out of Lowndes County, Mississippi. Of Lowndes County's finest. Those who are not familiar with the Sheriff, Crooked Eddie Hawkins, and his Metropolitan Sting Unit, I'm going to bring you up to par on that deal. Because I tell you what, it's the Wild West, ladies and gentlemen. Wild West. Before I jump into it, in the description of this video is our link tree. Excuse me. And then in that link tree, the various links, some of the other platforms I'm on, and ways you can support USAGSA. If you agree that we should have more transparency and that we should have justice for all Americans, that shouldn't be a two-tiered system, but a one-tier system, and that if you're a criminal and you're breaking the law, that you should be held accountable. If you can agree with those things, then you can stand with USAGSA by becoming a patron on Patreon. That link is in there, and that also gives you an open line of communication with myself, and you get everything there first, sometimes exclusively, as a paid member of Patreon. You can't get in there, it's free. I've written extensively about these programs, their tactics, and the people behind it, these government programs, and the people that ride on the coattails of these government programs under the guise of safer communities. And folks, let me tell you what, there's never been a more dangerous time to be in any community anywhere in America as it is today. Because we have got a lot of criminal clowns out here doing the bidding for the devil himself. And I'll tell you that Crooked Eddie Hawkins and the Sheriff of Lowndes County, Mississippi is no exception. We've covered him extensively and will continue to do so, not just him, but corrupt sheriff's departments across this country. Whether it be Maricopa County, Arizona, my God, Pasco County, Florida, Lowndes County, Mississippi, or Monopoly, New Jersey, it doesn't matter, folks. Corruption and criminality runneth deep. You can believe that. And as always, I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm going to call it like I see it, unfiltered. And I'm not trying to win a popularity contest. I'm not running for office. So as long as everybody understands that there's plenty of people that watch me that can't stand me, and they don't agree with it. But for some reason, they're still poltergeisted to this channel. So beats all I've ever seen. Hanging on everything you say. A lot of them clamoring to have the wait. They can't wait to get their name mentioned. They want their 15 minutes of fame. Imagine that. So yesterday, Lowndes County responded to a 911 call. And like we said about these 911 calls, but I will tell you this, folks. If you are dialing 911 in Lowndes County, Mississippi, I don't know what you think you're going to get. I know what you see on TV, and you've heard other people and seen things in other places. But in Lowndes County, you dial 911, you have stirred up a damn hornet's nest. Okay? That is the phone call that activates the gonorrhea sting unit, and you have got them stirred up officially. Gas masks, rocket launchers, tanks, they've got everything at their disposal. And if something goes south, you can believe that the Attorney General of the state of Mississippi, Lynn Fitch, is not trying to hear it. She's going back her play. They know it. She knows it. And the fine people of Mississippi voted for her, and that's what they voted for. Okay? Damn the rule of law. Until it crosses it over them, and then they cry foul. So they responded to someone having a seizure. And this young man's 20 or 21 years old, I believe. Dylan Mason is having a seizure. Okay, now, if those that want to jump on the deal and say, well, he was probably on dope, officially. Gas masks, rocket launchers, tanks, they've got everything at their disposal. And if something goes south, you can believe that the Attorney General of the state of Mississippi, Lynn Fitch, is not trying to hear it. She's going back her play. They know it. She knows it. And the fine people of Mississippi voted for her, and that's what they voted for. Okay? Damn the rule of law. Until it crosses it over them, and then they cry foul. So they responded to someone having a seizure. And this young man's 20 or 21 years old, I believe. Dylan Mason is having a seizure. Okay, now, if those that want to jump on the deal and say, well, he was probably on dope, and we're okay with killing and beating and maiming people that's on dope, they deserve it. That is the mentality of the narrow-minded people that have put Crooked Eddie in power. And I mean narrow-minded. If their asses were as narrow as their minds, you get the whole world of them on one pew. And there's a lot of them. But, of course, unfortunately, asses don't get that narrow. And according to Walmart, the supercenter there in Columbus, they're having to reevaluate even the double doors of people having to get sideways to get up in there and get them a deal. So they responded to this, and this boy ain't on dope. He's not in that deal, not in that racket. That's not in his area of socializing or anything else. It's medical conditions, having a damn seizure. And what happened? Well, when this body cam footage becomes available, and that's in the works, that everybody will get to see the whole deal. So what did they do? Well, of course, leading the charge was none other than Mark McGairty. And we've got that cloud there pictured up on the front there. And folks, this deputy sheriff, if there is somebody has been gunned down in broad daylight, like Austin Hines, or somebody has got set up in a complete 100% manufactured crime because they didn't like them, we can think about Rebecca Baumgartner was going on. We going on. Or if you just absolutely was at the wrong place at the right time, and you were a problem, then you'll be what I would refer to as swept into the Ryan Taylor syndrome. Missing, murdered, both. Will we ever have an answer to that? Not until people like Mark McGairty and Crooked Eddie and Jeff Edmondson, and we could go on and on, are absolutely perp walked into the confession tank. And I'm going to tell you, folks, all it's going to take is leaning on one of them, because they are snitches, and you best believe that the debriefing will happen, and that's what we're waiting on. So they go in the house and beat this young man that ditched his life because he's having a seizure. All while they're beating him, he's in the hospital. I don't know what his condition is right now, but he's got permanent kidney damage and other damage to internal organs from this beat down from the sheriff's department because he was having a seizure. And there's no plausible excuse for a herd of these son of a bitches with badges to go in somebody's house behind a 911 call. Not only did they beat him with an inch of his life, they destroyed the home he was in. Holes in the walls, furniture turned over, glass everywhere. They trashed that damn place and nearly killed the victim. Okay, now I'm sure that WCBI, fake news, WTVA, and those birdcage liners, the Dispatch and the Daily Journal, and the Jerry Springer joke of the week, the packet, is not quite bringing you the real story, if they bring the story at all. You can bet one thing: the only story you'll get is the story that comes out of Crooked Eddie's mouth. And one of his most famous stories that he gives, that they seem to accept it, is a man was injured. They've taken to Golden Triangle Hospital. There'll be no further comment at this time. If they found him dead in the jail, which that's a common occurrence, NBN is investigating. No further comment. And that's what the news is going to report on. Now, will that change? No. Hell no, it's not going to change. They don't have to tell. When they tell the truth, by hell, they don't have to keep telling it, do they? Just tell it one time. And damn what the evidence, damn what the footage shows, and damn all that. And that's their attitude. But, you know, with the Department of Justice and FBI, which is a part of the Department of Justice, but separately, are investigating so many different elements of Crooked Eddie's regime. One would think that at some point in the game that somebody will just get a hold of it and get these criminals. I know it'd be a skeleton crew running that deal there, if any. But I believe that Lowndes County would be a lot safer with a skeleton crew or no crew, as opposed to what they've got now. And that is the final word on that. And you think that they're just focused on, of course, you know, they enjoy the perks of pulling people over because they want to, and tell them it's because a tag light was out. They didn't use a turn signal, just whatever bullshit they will come up with, and it's qualified immunity, plausible deniability, and furthermore, a lawyer breathing that's going to help you challenge that. So you just take your punishment. And welcome to the rogue state of the dirty South, and the corridor of fuck the poor corridor, and Crooked Eddie exemplifies fuck the poor corridor. And don't call 911 Lowndes County. Y'all gonna figure it out eventually. I've said it before. And call Domino's or somebody like that. Don't call 911. I'm just telling you that's bad news there. You asking for it. I know you shouldn't be asking for it, but if you die, especially, folks, share this video. Lowndes County out here. Let me repeat: if you dial 911, you are asking for it. Okay, they will come out there. They will tear your shit up and beat you within your life. If that good, they might leave you for dead and say you pulled a pocket knife on them or something. That's Mark McGairty special right there. We don't know anything. And but when they're pulling people over, and of course, and groping and grabbing and spending 15, 20 minutes in their crotch area over there, and then get them in jail, get them naked, and make them do all that kind of stuff. They want to make sure that they're thorough before they get them in that jail. Only 2 or 3 days later, they're dropping dead like flies from overdoses from dope. And nobody ever questions, well, I thought, how in the hell they get that dope in there? And I was told to mind my own business and quit asking questions about how you get that dope in there, okay? They're criminals. How you think of getting it in there? But I understand that they're criminals, and that's exactly what I'm saying. But we're not talking about the ones that are dead. We're talking about the ones with the keys. And that is, you just can't talk about that, folks, and not be in popularity corner, okay? So I hope that I ask the people today to keep this young man and his family in your prayers. And I don't know how. I hope and pray that he physically recovers. But according to the reports now, it's going to be lifelong problems for that near fatal mistake of dialing 911. Okay, so because people still have that protect and serve bullshit mentality, and if protect and serve is absolutely correct, it's their self-interest. And these cops out here, these rogue cops, and the ones that are not rogue, they ain't gonna say nothing because they got to keep a job, they got family. That's a whole other story. Which I think is just as bad as one in the road, because somebody got to grow a set. You know what I mean? Instead of handling a set, grow a set. But that is the state, especially down there. And I'm speaking for more of just Lowndes County. Y'all know it. And that's just the way it is. So don't call 911. Just prayers for that family and their property and all that. Who's going to pay to repair all that? I don't know. I can't say that either. I don't say, well, they're going to pay for it. Okay. Keep thinking it, because it's very common for them to get out here on to execute a warrant, and they're not special warrants in Mississippi. I know you hear no-knock warrants and all that. You don't let look. It's this. It's kick the damn door in, tear this shit up. My bad, wrong house, and then you're left with a bill. They're keeping Home Depot, Lowe's, and of course, late Bill McBride. They made him rich, cash and carry, by just tearing people's shit up, okay? And then go cash and carry and take care of that. And it's just a money-making gamut, especially in Lowndes County. And we got this ass clown criminal, Mark McGairty. That folks, it's not on a hunch that he's being investigated. It's a fact, a matter of fact, okay? That he's been investigated for a lot of things, okay? But meanwhile, back at the ranch, they're pretending like none of this is taking place, because you got a sheriff that don't give a shit about you. Yes, you, the one that voted for him, don't give a shit about you. And you're a fool if you think he does. And this young man getting beat within an inch of his life, having a seizure. And who knew in Mississippi that having seizures was warrant a beatdown? Now, we thought for years that being black warranted a beatdown, and lo and behold, that's illegal. But the African Americans are well aware that even though it's illegal, they still practice the lawful act of beating somebody down because of their color. Now, the ones that will disagree with me are the mass of coons that back up the play of people like Crooked Daddy. So there's a lot of different dynamics, in this deal. And so you'd have to get with a coon and chief like E. Wilson or somebody like that to explain that. But for the rest of the free world out here, we know exactly what time it is. So, folks, it's dark outside, and I'd stay in if you're in Lowndes County. And if you get out, I would Best thing I can tell you, don't be worried about a driver's license, any of that. I think you can flash a recent receipt from Walmart. They might give you a pass there. Other than that, the purge of criminality in Lowndes County continues. Folks, until next time, God bless you.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you